On this 50-point inspection from Modestman Brewing Company out of Keene, New Hampshire, in collaboration with Fidens Brewing Company out of Albany, New York, bring you Survival of the Fittest. This is a triple dry hopped double IPA. It comes in at 8.5% ABV. This was brewed by Modestman in Keene. There's no date on this, but it's fairly fresh, I would say, within a month or so. So this is the second Modestman Fidens collaboration. The first one was the Infamous, which was a mix between their Eugene's Axe and Mega. I'm not really sure what this one is. So anyways, maybe we'll talk about it somewhere. Maybe it'll be in the description if it's listed at all. Or it could just be a brand new beer that they just collabed and created together. But let's go ahead and open this one up and pour it into the glass. Right, so the head on this, it's got a pretty tight white, somewhat frothy, a little bit rocky white head. I poured it up higher. Maybe it would have generated a bit more of a head. But it is a milky yellow. It's opaque, cannot see through it. Yeah, it's a nice hazy-esque murky, like New England IPA. Let's get some aromas. Okay, so it's kind of it's mango, passion fruit, melon, lychee, grain, slightly with lots of wheat, oat-like aromas from the malt, a little bit of a sweetness. Reminds me a little bit of those fruity cereals. This one kind of comes off to me like Trix with the rabbit. As far as being a bombastic, you start to kind of get aromas about that far away. Okay. Yeah, this one you kind of have to get in a bit more, but it is giving off some nice aromatics. So let's dive on in for some flavors now. First swig, cheers. This one surprisingly has a light body feel. Carbonation is on the moderate, the medium side, maybe a little bit high. So prickly carbonation with a light body. It still has somewhat of a softness to the palate, though. There is like a drying effect that does happen on the back of the palate. Just swirl this just to see if I can generate a nice head by swirling it. Yeah, the head does regen, comes back, does leave a little bit of lacing on the glass. More flavor notes. Yeah, so it's got the kind of breadiness, the wheat type flavor notes, a touch of grain, and there's kind of melon, lychee, a little bit like floral. There's almost like a light sweetness to it as well. Almost like a lactose sweetness. Pretty light flavors overall, as far as I mean, they're flavorful, but they're, like I said, kind of melon-esque. Lychee, which is that like kind of floral, rosy, rose water type note. I get a little bit on the floral side too. So delicate, like flowery flavors, which works fairly decent with the way the malt bill's coming off. It's like kind of on a light bready and kind of wheat like notes, little touch of grain. The bitterness on this one, I'd say it's about moderate. Yeah, I'd say it's moderate. Yeah, I think there is just a touch of that kind of passion fruit in there too. Just a touch of it. It's not overpowering at all. But yeah, just with how light the body is, for one, being 8.5%, does not drink like an 8.5%. Plus then having kind of lighter, non-palate wrecking hop flavors. Yeah, it makes it fairly easy to drink this one. So I think I'm ready to go ahead and give this a score. Okay, I am back with my score, but first off to Untapped. Now, while searching for this Untapped thing, as I typed in survival of the fittest and I started putting in modest, I came up with Modest Mouse. Now, Fidens does do a lot of stuff with music and stuff, so I'm gonna try these fucking dogs, man. Shit, shut the fuck up, you shit fuck! Let me get through this, come on! This sucks. So yeah, anyways, out of 349 ratings, this averages out at a 4.29 on Untapped, which on my scale would put it as a very good beer. I'm going to give it a 6 out of 6 for the appearance, an 8.5 out of 10 for the aromatics, 14.5 out of 19 for the flavors, 5 out of 5 for the body, and 8 out of 10 for my overall, which is going to leave Survival of the Fittest from Modestman in collaboration with Fidens with a BuMpY 42 out of 50, which will leave this as a very good beer. So cheers.